all, welcome back to the session. In today's class, we are going to discuss about introduction to React.js framework. Uh, while I will give you a brief introduction about React.js framework with complete what is React.js and all, why we are going to use, and what are the history of the React.js, how we are going to see what are the and how we are going to develop it, and how we are going to interact with React.js framework, and what are the features of React.js framework, and like we'll discuss about everything. Okay, like we'll discuss about architectures and everything, advantages and comparison between other frameworks also. Okay, let me start today's class. Introduction to React.js framework. Okay, introduction to React.js framework. In this introduction to React.js framework, we'll discuss about. Let me write one point now. We'll see what is meant by React.js. What is meant by React.js in a brief points. Okay. Next. So wait a second. Can you proceed now? React.js is an. We can also write like this, or else you can also write like this. No issue. In any way you can also write. Okay. React.js is an open source. JavaScript library. Open source JavaScript library. Used for building. User authentications, or else I can also say user interfaces, UI. I can also call it as UI in short. React.js is an open source JavaScript library used for building user interfaces, particularly for single page applications, in single page application, in short, we can call it as SPA and all. Okay, next. React.js is maintained by Meta. Also, Meta is formally maintained by, you can also say like formally Facebook. Okay, think spelling formally Facebook. A large developer community. React.js is an open source JavaScript library used for building user interfaces. Particularly will be used for building the single page applications, or in short, we can call it as a SPA. And it is maintained by Meta, formerly called by Facebook, and a large developer community. React.js allows developers to create reusable UI components that efficiently update and render based on the data. What is React.js? React.js is an open source JavaScript library used for building user interfaces. In short, we can call it as a UI, particularly for single page applications, SPA. It is maintained by Meta. It's formerly called also Facebook, and a large developer community. React.js allows developers to create reusable UI components that efficiently update and render based on the data. or else based on the data, based on the data changes. You can also call this based on data based on the data changes. Clear, everyone? So clear. What is the history of in short I can say as let me instead of mentioning it is as one, you can also call like, can also write like this. History of React.js. History of React.js. It was developed by Facebook in 2011 to improve performance in their applications. Performance in their applications. Done. It is an open source. You can also call it open source in 2013, gaining popularity and gaining popularity for its component based structure. For its component based structure. Next. Over time, React introduced over time React introduced major enhancements, like I can say major enhancements uh, like or such as React hooks, virtual DOM, document object model, uh, React Fiber, and concurrent mode to optimize the performance, optimize the performance, and improve developer experience and developer experience. Clear, guys? So we can easily say in which years what which this log involved in 2011 created by Jordan, like I can say developed by Facebook in 2000 to improve in performance in their applications by Jordan. I forgot the exact name, by Jordan Walkie. I think so. Jordan Walkie. I don't know what exact name. I think it's the exact name, Jordan Walkie. In 2013, it was it was open sourced by the Facebook. Done. Next, in 2015, they introduced React Native. I can say in 2015, they introduced React Native for the mobile application development. For the mobile application development. In 2016, fiber architecture for introduced for better enhancement. See, React Fiber. I can say a separate point. In 2016, they introduced fiber architecture. Fiber architecture for better performance. Okay, fiber architecture for better performance. In 2020, like I can say in 2020 or present, you can also say in 2020 or present. There is no updates for happen, but some like they introduced something. Like I can say introduction to concurrent modes. Introduction to concurrent modes, or we can say like in other words we can say introduction of new features like concurrent mode, server components, and React 18 optimizations. There, guys. This is the history of React.js. Okay. So what are the next? What are the what we are going to see in popular applications and all? I can also say the popular React.js applications, or maybe popular React.js applications. Popular React.js applications. So I can also say popular React.js applications are known as Facebook. Facebook main UI was implemented I can also main UI of the Facebook was implemented with React only. Main UI of the Facebook was implemented with the React. With React. Next, we can also call it as Instagram. We can also say Instagram uses React for web-based features. Web-based features. Netflix optimized UI with React. Can also say so many applications will be there like WhatsApp web, we can also say WhatsApp web built using React and WebRTC. I think web is done. These are the popular React.js applications that still there are some more applications, but as of now we'll require only four. For example, I have written only four for your reference. Okay, clear. Next, we'll see what are the features of the React.js. Okay, we'll see what are the features of React.js. What are the features of React.js? Okay, the first feature is the component-based architecture. First feature is component-based architecture. Okay, what is meant by component-based architecture? React applications are built using components which are reusable UI blocks. Clear, guys? Next, in detail, I can say each block manages its own state and logic. Clear, guys? If each block is managing its own state and logic, means there is one advantage if each block is managing its own state and it's managing its own logic, it means it is also an advantage. What is the advantage of maintaining its own state and logic? It leads to more modular and scalable development approach. If a particular block is maintaining its own state or own logic, it means it leads to more modularity and scalable development approach. Clear, guys? And second one is virtual DOM. DOM is nothing but document object model. Clear, guys? Document object model. In I can also say React uses a virtual DOM. I have written what is meant by DOM in the itself document object model, which is an in-memory representation of I can also call it as in-memory representation of the real DOM. In-memory representation of the real DOM. I clearly mentioned what is meant by DOM. DOM is nothing but document object model. Will like these features are also will be clarified to you when we are moving to the practical session. Okay, practical parts. Next, like I can also say when changes occur. When changes occur, I can say when changes occur, React updates only the I can say like when changes occur, React updates only the modified parts. Only the modified parts instead of reloading the entire page. Instead of reloading the entire page. Clear, guys? Entire page, or you can also say call as web page. Okay, entire page or web page, anything is fine. Next, because of this, due to this, we achieve. I can also say due to this, we achieve faster performance, and better user experience. Okay, what is meant by virtual DOM? Virtual DOM is an in-memory representation of the real DOM. See, if I make any change for a particular block, it is not going to reload the entire page. Control, we are not required to do control R for entire page. If you change for the particular component, it is going to affect only to the particular component. No need to reload the entire page. Okay. See, when changes occur, React updates only the modified parts instead of reloading the entire web page. Clear, guys? Due to this, we achieve faster performance and better user experience. Clear, guys? So next point, JS6. JS6, JavaScript, XML. JS6 in short we can call we can call as JavaScript XML. In short, we can call it as JS6. JS6 allows developers to write HTML code like syntax. I can also call as HTML like syntax directly, like syntax directly within the JavaScript. Clear, guys? JSX allows developers to write HTML codes. HTML code means like we can use the HTML syntax directly within the JavaScript. Clear, guys? Clear? Next, it simplifies UI development. It simplifies UI development by providing a structured way. Okay, providing a structured way to define and manipulate UI elements. Clear, guys? JS6 allows developers to write HTML code like syntax. We can directly use the HTML syntax directly within the JavaScript. Clear? It simplifies UI development by providing a structured way to define and manipulate the UI elements. Clear, guys? So next component. Okay, I can also call it as unidirectional data flow or work. Unidirectional data flow. Okay, it's fine. Something spelling mistake. Unidirectional work data flow. What is meant by unidirectional data flow? React follows a one-way data binding. I can also say one-way data binding. Okay. Okay. React follows one-way data binding approach. meaning like I can also say it means it means data flows in a single direction, in a single direction. Clear, guys? uh, because of this will ensure this ensures that this ensures that this ensures that I can also say this ensures that better control over changes, better control over changes, better control over the data changes means like I can also say that over data changes. Okay, over data changes and simplifies. We can simplify the debugging purpose also. We can simplify the debugging purpose. Debugging purpose. Clear, guys? So, what is meant by next concept? Next feature like hooks. Next feature is hooks. React introduced React introduced hooks concept. React introduced hooks concept to enable state management, and side effects in the functional components. Side effects in the functional components. Clear. And what is the benefit of hooks? Hooks eliminate the need for need for class based class based components while maintaining stateful logic. Clear. What is the other feature? React rotor term. You can also call it as React rotor. Okay, React rotor. Okay, we can also say simply I can call it as provides React provides a powerful routing system. A powerful routing system. I repeat, a powerful routing system to enable seamless integration. Seamless integration. I can also call it as seamless navigation. Sorry, seamless navigation. Seamless navigation in single page applications. In single page applications, it allows it allows different it allows different views to be different views to be displayed dynamically without requiring a page load, requiring without requiring required without requiring a page reload. Clear, guys? Page reload. React provides a powerful routing system. It enables seamless navigation in single page applications. It allows different views to be displayed dynamically without requiring a page reload. Clear, guys? What is next? We are also having a state management here. State management. State management. Okay. React provides built-in state management within the components. We can also for more complex applications. Developers use can use or okay, developers can use context API, Redux management, or Redux or etc. to manage global application state efficiency. Global application state efficiently. Global application state efficiently. Clear, guys? So what is the base, like what we are in which state, like how we are going to manage, what is the life cycle of an, or I can also say what is the architecture of React.js. It will be displayed, it will be discussed in detail now. Please be, please pay attention within the uh, theoretical knowledge also. Okay, wait a second, guys. Okay, we'll continue, please. Let me discuss with thing React.js. You can also call it as architecture. Let me discuss React.js architecture. React.js architecture means like components. First, components. Okay. What is meant by components? Okay. Please pay attention here. What is meant by components? React applications are composed of independent, and reusable components. Reusable components. Reusable components. Uh, like components can be either components can be either can be either of the following. I can also either of the following. First one, stateless. You can also call it as functional components. Stateless, functional component. Functional components. Clear? Phases, like it can also, I can say, focus on UI rendering. Focus on UI rendering without managing the state. Without managing the state. Clear? Okay. I can also another method can be called as stateful. I think the stateful was used in the older versions. No issue. I can also call it as class components. Class component. Class component. It was used in the older versions. It was used in the older versions of React to handle state management and lifecycle, to handle state and lifecycle methods. Lifecycle methods. Clear? Okay. What is meant by props? Props is nothing but properties. What is meant by props? Props is nothing but properties. We can also call as props as a property stack. Okay. What is meant by props? Props allows data to be passed between components Okay. Props allows data to be passed between components. Okay, nice. They help in maintaining a sorry they help in maintaining a structured data flow within the application. Clear? What is next? State. Okay. State represents State represents dynamic data, dynamic data that changes over time, that changes over time. Okay, that changes over time. It allows, I can also say it allows components to, it allows components to respond to user interactions or API interactions or API responses or API calls. Clear. Life cycle methods. Fourth one is life cycle methods. Life cycle methods determine, I can also say life cycle methods determine, life cycle method determines how components is going to be managed, how components behave, like I can say components behave at different, how components are going to be uh, behave at different stages of their existence. Clear? Different stages of their existence. Clear, guys? Different stages of existence. Existence spelling is wrong, right? Okay, existence, T and C. Okay, thank you. In, existence, including mounting and all, including mounting and all, mounting or and updating and all, no issue. These methods helps in like these methods helps in manage API calls, manage API calls, or also I can call as it can manage as effects. We are going to add and animations and all effects and animations done. Okay, this much enough, guys. This is these four are the React.js architecture. React.js architecture is nothing but components, props, state, lifecycle methods. We can also call it as the features of the React.js are component-based architecture, virtual DOM, JSX, unidirectional data flow, hooks, React router, state management. And the popular, I can say the popular React.js applications are Facebook, Instagram, and Netflix, and WhatsApp Web, and many more. So the history of React.js was explained very clearly. Next, I have explained what is meant by React.js and all. Clear, guys? It is an open source JavaScript library. It is not an framework. Okay. React.js is an open source JavaScript library, but not, it is not an framework, guys. It is a open source JavaScript library. Clear, guys? It is not a framework. It is a open source JavaScript library. Clear, guys? Next. I can also, what are the advantages? I can say, wait a second. Can combine like this. No issue. What are the advantages we need to discuss now? What are the advantages of React.js? Advantages of React.js. Okay. Fast and efficient. Fast and efficient. We'll check with this, guys. We'll check with this advantages. Will practical implementation also, if they are fast or efficient, or we'll check everything in the React, like we'll check in the practical implementation how it is going to how it is going to achieve efficient framework, and how it is going to work in a rapid way or in a fast way. It uses, I can say, uh, it uses the virtual DOM, uses the virtual DOM to optimize the to optimize rendering performance. Sorry, rendering performance. Done. I can also say as component reusability. Components reusability. Done. A mistake in the spelling. Okay, reusability. Nice. And we can also say it is easy to learn. Some advantage like easy to learn. You can also say strong community support is also there from the back from the Facebook. Strong community support. It's okay, very much okay. This 4 advantages is very much fine. And let us now try to compare React.js with other front-end frameworks now. Okay. Okay. See, React.js versus other front-end frameworks. Other front-end frameworks. I can also say other front-end frameworks. React.js versus other front-end frameworks. Okay. React.js is a library, but Angular is a full React.js is a library. I can say React.js is a library, but Angular is full framework. Angular is full framework. Clear, guys? Clear? Sorry, introduction. Okay. Myself, I'm calling React.js the framework. Sorry. Introduction to React.js is okay, fine. Next point. Wait a second. Okay. I can say React.js is easy. React.js is easy. Steep compared to Angular. Compared to Angular. Done. React.js is fast compared to React.js is fast where Angular is slower. Where Angular is slow. Slow or slower, anything you can say. The data is in React.js. In React.js, the data flow will be done in the data flow will be done in unidirectional. Done in unidirectional. But in Angular, it is a two-way process. It is a two-way process. Done. Any other points am I missing? I can say in state manager, React.js. In React.js, we have state management. In state management, we are going to use hooks, context API or Redux, anything. Context API and advanced concepts like Redux and all. But in Angular, we use RxJS and NGRX. I think we'll see. I don't know exact names. I think RxJS only and NGRX in the Angular framework. Okay. These are the React.js versus other front-end framework. Okay. So how we can going to build now? So this is the basic introduction to our React.js framework. React.js, sorry. So React.js is a library, not a framework, sorry. Introduction to React.js is completed, guys. In my words, what I have clearly explained to you what is meant by React.js in a with the clear definitions. What is the history of React.js and what are the popular React.js applications are there in the real world at now, and the features of React.js as explained very clearly, and what is the React.js architecture and what is the advantages of the React.js and the comparison with React.js versus other front-end framework. Clear, guys? So let us all try